is Tara Rose. I am recording this on the day of the eclipse, which is awesome. I know it might not be up for a little while, but I'm excited to see what comes up. This channel is evolving out of a number of years of supporting people on the divine love journey, supporting what you might call twin flames. I'm not super into that label anymore, not because I don't believe in the experience, but because I believe the experience is so much bigger than so much of what's out there about twin flames. But this is going to be a kind of like a what's up with your person reading, but we're going to take a look at you and them. Put you here, them here, and then I'll do an extended reading with special messages from them to you and specific messages for you about how best to proceed, and I'll talk about that later. And FYI, I have like some of the smallest adult hands out there. And I've been reading tarot for the majority of my life, but I will never be a pretty shuffler. It just isn't that way. Whoa, crazy. So there have been themes in these readings so far. I am a little bit anal? I don't know. I'm not finding the right word, but weird about when I put my readings away, I take each card and put it in a different spot in the deck so they're not all jammed together. And if certain cards come up again, I know that it's a theme. So that Seven of Hearts came out in at least one of the other readings, and that Page of Hearts came out in the water sign reading. Yeah. All right, what's up with your person here? And that came up in the fire sign reading. So for the other person, interesting. Remember, this can be for, and that Six of Trees, it's come up. Same with the King of Stars. Wow, it's come up a few times too. Okay, so the two of you are both in a state of retreat and contemplation right now. I feel like I interrupted my train of thought there. Sorry, I occasionally do that. Because I'm getting messages off the cards and like assimilating all kinds of things at once. And yeah, but likely you are in some kind of separation right now. This retreat is very much needed. The space is very much needed. So trust that. All right. Okay, so for you, we have the Six of Angels, which would be like the Six of Swords, transition. 16, the ego, collapse. 14, the acceptance, harmony. Wow, this seems like a pretty powerful time for you right now. Page of Hearts, innocence, Seven of Hearts, choices. So, yeah, I mean, it feels like this is a time of transition for you, especially here with the, you know, sorry, so many things wanting to come out at once. So basically, I mean, we're in this eclipse phase. It is bringing all kinds of things to the surface for different people, and I mean, it's as individual as the individual, but it does feel like a transition is happening or wants to happen in your life, and feeling that come up also brings up the old stuff from the past, the old patterns, the stuff that is really necessary for you to release and let go so that this transition can happen. You're seeking harmony through this. You're seeking to move even more into your heart and your inner child. you're seeking balance. And I also feel like sometimes you feel this, like, oh, I'm feeling more balanced, and then like, oh shit, but remember what happened last time with this XYZ, and you're like, oh God, I feel like this, and too many choices, and what if things go wrong, and I have all the emotions, and it's okay. Things are balancing out right now. Trust the process. The space between the two of you is really, really needed. It's needed for you to kind of like get your own energy, to have this space of contemplation, for each of you to balance out in your own way. The first card for this person is confusion. So you have transition right off the bat, but they have confusion and depression. Yeah, confusion and depression came up in one of the other readings. So, and it's like if you were to be together with each other right now, it would just like mingle those two things together and be too much. But for you, you know, I feel like this transition is everything. Whatever, like a transition you may have instigated, a transition that is like coming up, use it to really learn, to really clear. You know, we all have these patterns that come up to be looked at. Basically, I look at the ego as the part of us separate, and we're here to dissolve the illusions of separation within self and between life. And so being confronted with some of our patterns is such a beautiful opportunity, and not something to fear. And you will find more and more harmony, you will find more and more balance. It does feel like it's overwhelming because whatever transition is coming or is like has just come up for you, it does involve choices, and it does bring up emotions. I'm going to pull a look there, talk about the emotions. I'm going to pull from this deck, just an additional, we're going to pull additional cards in the extended, but I just want to see, you're having a hard time going within because you're afraid you're going to miss an opportunity. But this going within, this is going to get you through everything. Get perspective. Get emotional perspective. So, you know, you do want to be able to open up and receive from life, but it's really important for you to be able to go within. It's really important for you to have your emotional space right now. Because you don't want to just kind of go, you want to go into Eight of Cups as a way of dealing with the Seven of Cups energy, if that makes sense. And then things will balance out. Yeah. Ego death. Those swords are falling out. I think some of you may really be having a hard time letting them go. But, yeah, lots of fears coming up for you. It's okay. You don't have to experience this anymore. You don't have to be trapped out in the cold, locked out in the cold. This transition can be a beautiful experience. Yeah, and there's that Seven of Cups. Well, I feel you guys. And there you are, the Knight of Swords. And this is the thing, part of you wants to deal with it, so whatever's coming up for you, and whether it's related to the other person or there's just stuff coming up, because this is a huge time to be alive, period. But part of you wants to just like get on with it already and deal with things rationally, but there's this whole other process taking place, and you really want to be patient with it, and you want to embrace the water element aspect of this and you, and the heart-based aspect of this and you, so you can feel your way through, feel what feels best to you, even if for a time it feels like I'm just I'm just going to ignore all the different cups. I'm going to walk away from all the different cups right now, because looking at them is making me feel like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So it's okay, like just walk away, do this, deal with what's coming up ego-wise. All right. You're the only reading so far that I pulled extra cards in the main reading from another deck, but I do always do it when guided. So like I said, this other person, they're not having an easy time either. Confusion and depression. And I mean, that Seven of Cups energy is much the same. Confusion and depression. And you're both dealing with your own facets of this. And like I said before, if you were to be together right now, too much, too much, too much. You're having to feel these things out on your own. And understand, like, this has been very hard for them. They feel, I think they feel badly. It just came up in one of the other readings. They feel badly about how they behaved. And they are becoming depressed. They feel they don't see the way forward right now. I think that it will come when we'll look in the extended reading what comes up for them. But like I think it was the fire sign reading, and you know they're wanting to learn how to open up to really give and receive from life, and they want to be in their king element. They want to move from this confusion and depression to the state of openness with life, and through that openness into their own power. But right now they're not quite feeling their power. It feels like something that's like just beyond them, because they keep being in this confusion and depression. And you're both being pushed to contemplate in a lot of ways. So this is, if you're not aware, this is King of Wands and King of Pentacles. So fire and earth here. But also it's just that energy of passion and groundedness. And they want to be this person who's like so open and passionate and, really manifesting from the heart. And they want to be grounded and like a provider in the material world. And they're overcoming some stuff within themselves that keeps them stuck in this mire. So let's see. So we have the moon underneath there. Four of Angels, which is the Four of Swords. Two of Angels. Oops, it's just the Two of Swords. Ten of Trees. So I'll go into, I might pull a few more out in the extended, but I'll go into these in the extended. But it looks like there's the progression from, like, through this contemplation and dealing with deep emotion. And really, there is a need for rest and for both of you to gain balance. Like I said, this contemplation is so needed. If you're separate from each other, it's really important right now. Understand that. I understand that sometimes it's nice to like peek in and kind of get a sense of where things are, but you each have to deal with you right now. And like I said, in the extended, I'll pull a message from them to you, from their soul to yours. I'll pull specific messages about how you can continue facilitating the best experience here for yourself, for them, for the relationship as a whole, and additional messages from the universe, and we'll go into these cards more in depth. I love you so much, air signs, and link will be below. You can also connect with me at healertarotrose.com. Just so you're aware, the one-on-one work that I do is very powerful. It's about empowerment. I'm not one, I've been reading the tarot for a very long time, and occasionally, like at an event, I might do short readings, but one-on-one, as I do them face-to-face, like via Zoom, which is a lot like Skype if you're not familiar, I stopped doing any shorter sessions or readings just because people always wanted more time with me, because the sessions go really deep. We get down, 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 and it's crazy transformative. So just so you're aware, I'm not, there are all kinds of, a lot of times readers on YouTube, then they sell readings, and it's not quite that way with me. I will do the tarot with you if that feels right and that's something that you really want, but otherwise it's like the guidance just comes and we're getting into all the transformation, everything that your soul is after. All right, I love you. Welcome to this new channel. I'm excited, and bye.